What's up guys, it's Matthew back and welcome back to another video. Today we have the 10 loves and hates of Call of Duty Zombies episode 2, and today we have Verruckt. So let's just get started with the hates. Now the first hate we have here is that Verruckt is a very hard map. Like you don't have a ton of resources, like you don't have you're lacking a lot of stuff. It's sort of hard to train on, and yeah, overall it's a pretty tough map. The second one we have is the Wonder Weapon. Now on World at War you don't have a Wonder Weapon. On Black Ops 1 you have the Winter's Howl, and that's what I'm going to be talking about. So the Winter's Howl is also on 5, and it is one of the worst Wonder Weapons ever. It barely has any ammo in it, and it doesn't do much damage, and basically just freezes the zombies, but it takes a while to kill them, so it's a terrible Wonder Weapon. The third hate we have is that you can't really camp on this map. There's really no place you can go to except for that little one useless room in one of the starting rooms, but even so, that's a hard spot to camp in. Number 4, we have the gun, the Springfield. That's it. Number 5, we have not really any good training spots. Like, the only really training you can do on that map is sort of a full map train. You have to just try your best. Like, as you can see here, I was just training in this room. If you keep that door at the top of the stairs closed, you can sort of do it in there, but that would mean you had to spawn in the spawn room that I spawned in, because you wouldn't be able to do anything without opening that up if you spawned in the other one. So yeah, you just have to get lucky on that, basically. Number 6 is we have the glitchy World at War engine. Now, as I talked about in Knocked, the engine can be terrible in terms of how your game goes, and when the map is glitchy and laggy and everything, it makes it not fun. Number 7 is it's not really good for solo players. Like, playing this map by yourself is pretty difficult to do. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's just hard to do it by yourself. 8, we have, it's a very small map. Like, there's not really much to explore. You can't go in the courtyard for some reason. I still don't understand why I can't go out there. And the only time you can ever go out there is if you play it on Revelations, but that's it. And it's small and it's hard. Yeah, it makes training hard. Number 9 is that the zombies get fast really quickly on this map, and the zombies get quite aggressive, especially on World at War. On Black Ops 1 and 3, not as much, but on World at War, the zombies definitely get aggressive quickly. And number 10 is just sort of a more funny one. We have the worst wall buy probably ever is on this map. Now, in the really useless starting room, there's a gun in there, and it's called the Bar. And it's just like the one on Nocturne Tote. Now, this is on World at War only, I'm pretty sure. And you buy it, and it's 2,500 points. And it's a terrible gun. And it comes with a bipod on it for 700 extra points, because you have to pay for it. But you can't even use the bipod. So, it's the worst wall buy ever. It's the most expensive and the most useless. So, yeah. That concludes all the hates. Now let's get into the loves. Now the first love is that it was the first map to bring perks. Perks were brought in on this map for the first time, and yeah, they're just in every other map from ever since. So number 2 is it's the first map to bring the power, and I mean, you have to get used to it, because every map you have to power up in some way. And this is a pretty good map to learn how to first do all that. Number 3, we have the separate starting room. Now, some people might like this, some people might hate this, but I think that it was a really cool idea to have 2 separate starting rooms, and you have to like work together to get to the power and to join again. So I thought that was a cool idea. Number 4, we have nostalgia, because of course it's a World at War map, and if you played World at War when it first came out, you're going to have a lot of nostalgia towards this map. Number 5, it was a cheap DLC. Like, if you bought it on World at War, it was only $10, opposed to the Black Ops 1, 2, and 3's $15 DLCs. On Black Ops 1, it was free basically because you got it free if you bought Moon, so you got that. And then if you bought Chronicles, it was $30 for 8 maps. So I think that equates to just over $3 a map. I think that math is right. So yeah, $10 on World at War, and then it was free on Black Ops 1, and then it was just over $3 on Black Ops 3. Number 6, this was the map to bring the PPSH. That's enough said. Number 7, it's good for 4 players. As I said before, solo is hard, but if you have 4 players on here, it's easier because I think there's a couple traps, and you can set up with the traps and do the 4-player strategy that way. Number 8, speaking of that, we have the first traps, and traps became quite essential to most of the maps after. Number 9, there's no bosses on this map, which is nice because most of the bosses are super annoying and we all hate them. And this map didn't have any, so that was nice. And number 10, this is just sort of a smaller one, but this is the first map to have Tank Dempsey on. The first main character was on this map. Now the other 3, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen, they were first on Shinonuma, but Dempsey was actually on Verruckt first because he had to rescue Peter from Verruckt. So yeah, that basically concludes this episode of the 10 Loves and Hates. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, leave video suggestions down in the comments for future videos, and I will see you in the next one.